of you who live in areas with lots of twisties, this is probably going to be a bit depressing for you and somewhat boring because we don't have a lot of twisty stuff in Texas, unfortunately. We have some sweepers, but no really good twisty roads, so, and very little elevation change because this part of Texas is flatter than a pancake, as they say. All right, here we go. Showing you guys the quick shifter. Seems to be working pretty good. It is a little bit fidgety. This is 455, in case you're wondering. This is one of the top 10 motorcycle roads in all of Texas. And this is, in my opinion, the best section of it. It has some elevation changes, and I'm taking it easy because it is cold outside, and I don't want to go for I'm here for a ride, not a slide. And I'm also rusty. Been a minute since I've ridden, so taking it easy. So this has the best pavement, hence the reason I'm a little bit more gravitating to this area of the road. But given that it's a lot of construction, as you're going to see, the rest of this road is pretty sketchy, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I've been mentioning this for some time on other episodes, other videos, whatever you call them. I guess it's not an episode. This isn't a season premiere or anything like that. I guess it is. It is a season premiere. I'm rambling, and you get to listen to me ramble because I'm not going to edit this out. I'm going to let you guys hear me. And I always slow down in these sections because I flat don't trust it. You can see it turns into this kind of mottled. I'm already like, it's like cobblestone coated with, whoa, that is slick. Holy crap. Yeah, see, that is why I get depressed about this road, because if it had good asphalt, good pavement, then this would actually be a pretty enjoyable ride. Definitely nothing like back east in Tennessee, basically anywhere around the Appalachians, or Appalachians, as some folks like to say. But yeah, this is, I'm not kidding when I say it's slippery. I was heading toward that truck and trying to keep my lean angle not very leaned in these turns. I mean, I'm like yeah, super bumpy. So I rarely come down this direction anymore. Once they have it fixed, fixed should be in air quotes. Once they get it fixed, it'll be, it's definitely better. And you can take the corners a little bit with a greater amount of confidence, let's just say that. I've seen some guys flying through these, even in their best state. That's not me. I guess I'm too much of a coward. They're still fun. So we're going to turn it around here in a minute and start heading back, because it's going to get really boring. It gets pretty straight here for a while. There's a few. All the turns are just like that. They're all just 90-degree benders, just kind of like that, back the other direction. There are no hairpins, nothing. Some minor elevation changes on this road. A lot of people love to ride this road, and I mean, this is what we got in this area. The Twisted Sisters get a lot of hype down in the what's called the Hill Country of Texas. It's basically the same as this. It's just bigger and very popular. I think the Harley guys, I'll just use that term generically. I'm going to turn around right here. I don't feel like going any further, and I know this is, you probably want to see more. I'm telling you, it's pretty boring, and the roads actually do get worse, so I'm not going to bother. Let me bust a U-ey right here. Anyhow, down that way is pretty straight. There's like 2 or 3 bends, and that's pretty much it. Not a lot going down that direction either. Man, Buells are just fun, you know? I'm switching topics now. I think you've probably heard me ramble enough about our crummy roads here in North Texas. They're just a lot of fun, and it's unfortunately the wrong bike for an area like this. It's my opinion. I think I'm right, but this area is better suited to, you know, those bikes that are long and heavy and tend to do really well going in straight lines for long periods of time and have, like, you know, lazy boy style seats on them. You guys can see that, I hope. You know, you feel that in your car too. So if you're going across that on your car ends up kind of wanting to slide out to the edge of the road, and it is unnerving. It's actually worse when it's hot. That tar is basically like oil. All right, so back to the Buell. Everything's doing good. It's been a great vehicle. It's been a great bike. Especially after the rebuild, everything's going pretty smoothly. I still have a couple minor things to do to it. I still need to get my timing cover plate 3D printed in metal. Yeah, you can see I'm really slowing way down. Anyways, all right. So still need to get that done. There's a reason I haven't. Part of it has to do with money, as is the case with most of all of us dealing with bills and so forth. I have kids. I have a large family, actually, and so I consider myself very blessed to be able to have a motorcycle like this. We are in the process of preparing our home to sell and to move. I work full-time. Lots of things going on, so with that said, I very much appreciate those of you who are subscribing to the channel and, you know, checking everything out that I'm doing, including the Mazda. I know that that's not, you know, some of you are here for the Buell and for motorcycle stuff, and some of you are here for Mazda. Well, just going forward, just understand that that's what my channel's about. It's about me messing with the stuff I've got. And it'll be just random stuff. Motorcycle stuff, working on the motorcycle, riding around the Mazda, improving the Mazda, modifying the Mazda, you know, fun stuff. And stuff that I consider fun anyway. So if you're into both of those things, stay tuned in. So the engine is definitely making more power. I do need to put a tune on it. So that's something I need to do. There's a guy whose name now escapes me that has a tune specifically for the 1050 kit with no other modifications made to the bike. But this tune should be significant in terms of additional power and improvements to the overall power throughout the range. I'm drawing a blank on what that's actually called. Don't be surprised if you see this is popular among motorcyclists, but also with the car guys. I'm a car guy too, but you'll see McLarens, Ferraris, Porsches, Audis, all kinds of stuff, just nailing it down the straight here, getting ready to hit those turns we just went through. I'll turn around and go through it again just for fun. We're talking. This will be a longer video, I guess. I was planning on doing a short one. But yeah, there's a lot of so typically that's what you'll see is people hammering it down the straight there on 455. And coming in here, taking it a lot hotter than I'm taking it now again. Told you why I'm going slower. I'm rusty. That was super lame. I'm taking it like a grandpa right now. So the quick shifter likes to shift in between 3 and 5. I get above that, it likes to bind up. That's just one thing I need to figure out. I've tried tuning it, and it is, you only have one thing that you can tune on the quick shifter from Revmo. So aside from kind of fiddling with the angle of the sensor that's down there, not a lot I can do to fix that. So there are definitely better quick shifters that are out there, and that's no diss on Revmo. It's you know, for them it's about the price point, so it's definitely entry level, and you know, the quality's good, but if you're looking for something that's going to be, you know, without question going to work every single time, there's probably better products that are out there. I don't know where they are. Gotta keep these new Pirellis from getting flat in the middle, right? So I can't remember what I was talking about before. I had a squirrel moment with the Suburban earlier, but I hope to do a lot more of these riding videos. Some of it might be on that old classic Kawasaki, my grandpa's bike, the yellow one, just for fun. Much, much slower pace. It's a 90cc, and I'm like a big shaved gorilla riding on a mini bike with that thing, but it's still fun. It puts a smile on my face whenever I ride it, so it brings back a lot of memories. But I have been talking a lot with my brother, who he and I have been to the Dragon twice now together and want to make another trip out there. We've been jonesing pretty hard for the Dragon, so jonesing for the Dragon, maybe that'll be an episode. But hopefully we'll be able to do that this year around July, or at least during the summer. That's best time for me. July, that July 4th week is the best time for me to take PTO from work, and not a lot going on. Basically, most of the company takes off, so no one gripes about me taking a week off then. So we'll stay tuned for that. That'll be a funner video. I'm hoping I can get some of these cobwebs knocked off to be able to be able to handle the Dragon a little bit better. Nice thing about the Dragon, I know I'm talking about a road that is literally not in front of you right now. It's kind of an addiction. It ruins you for all the other roads. So once you've been there, it's hard to not want to go back unless you're just not into that. Some people are more into this, just chilling and cruising. That's cool. I'm not. I prefer that. That's exhilarating, and you know, you're not even going that fast, but because of how many turns are in that road, it's awesome. I mean, it just is really good, a lot of fun. And this bike is one of the better bikes for a road like that, in my opinion. There's probably newer bikes like the MT-09. I think that would be a great bike for the Dragon. And bikes in that form factor, the naked sports bikes, especially those that are not, you know, extreme in their horsepower. Although I've seen the Duke has been, some riders that had the Duke have torn up the Dragon. They do really well on the Dragon. But anyways, this is pretty much it for this video. I have one turn ahead, and then we're going to cut it off just to turn at a light. But hope you've enjoyed this little jaunt. And really, this is a test of this new Akaso Brave 7. Let me know what you think. Hopefully the quality's good and you're not getting bounced around too much. I really can't do much about that. I've got the anti-bounce, whatever that's called, turned on. I've got wind noise turned on to keep wind noise from being bad. I've done everything I can to improve the quality of this video. Whoa. But I'm hoping this will end up being a new chapter for the channel, getting these kind of moto vlogs. Just you guys hearing me ramble. Maybe I'll talk about whatever's in my noodle while I'm riding. You guys get a moment to peer into my brain. But anyways, that concludes today's video. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please give a like to the video if you like it. If you don't like it, just pretend that you do. I also have the Patreon for those who would like to support the channel. The Patreon subscribers get raw content, raw footage. But until next time, peace out and keep it between the ditches.